Question 1. What year did the Act of Union between England and Scotland take place? A. 1603, B. 1707, C. 1801, D. 1901. Answer: B. 1707. The Act of Union between England and Scotland, which created the Kingdom of Great Britain, took place in 1707. Question 2. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Elizabeth II, B. Margaret Thatcher, C. Theresa May, D. Angela Merkel. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 3. Which document, signed in 1215, had a profound impact on the constitutional development of the UK? A. The Bill of Rights, B. The Charter of Liberties, C. The Magna Carta, D. The Domesday Book. Answer: C. The Magna Carta. Signed in 1215, the Magna Carta is a landmark document in UK constitutional history, establishing the principle that everyone, including the King, is subject to the law. Question 4. What was the main purpose of the Human Rights Act 1998? A. To establish the minimum wage, B. To codify protections against discrimination, C. To incorporate the European Convention on Human Rights into British law, D. To regulate immigration. Answer: C. To incorporate the European Convention on Human Rights into British law. The Human Rights Act 1998 was enacted to incorporate the rights contained in the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. Question 5. Who led the British government during the Second World War? A. Neville Chamberlain, B. Winston Churchill, C. Clement Attlee, D. Anthony Eden. Answer: B. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister who led the British government during the crucial years of the Second World War II. Question 6. What event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The restoration of the monarchy, B. The signing of the Magna Carta, C. The Gunpowder Plot, D. The end of the English Civil War. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot. Guy Fawkes Night commemorates the Gunpowder Plot of 1605, in which Guy Fawkes and other conspirators attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 7. What is the significance of the Battle of Hastings in 1066? A. It marked the end of Roman Britain. B. It resulted in the conquest of Wales. C. It began the Norman conquest of England. D. It was the last successful invasion of Britain. Answer: C. It began the Norman conquest of England. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 was significant because it marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. Question 8. Which king is associated with the establishment of the Church of England? A. King Henry VIII, B. King Edward VI, C. King James I, D. King Charles I. Answer: A. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is associated with the establishment of the Church of England after his split from the Roman Catholic Church in 1534. Question 9. Who was the British monarch during the Victorian era? A. Queen Victoria, B. Queen Elizabeth I, C. King George III, D. Queen Anne. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. The Victorian era is named after Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901. Question 10. What landmark legal document did the Magna Carta inspire in the American colonies? A. The Constitution. B. The Articles of Confederation. C. The Bill of Rights. D. The Declaration of Independence. Answer. C. The Bill of Rights. The Magna Carta inspired many fundamental concepts of law and governance, including the Bill of Rights in the American colonies. Question 11. Describe the main contribution of the Beveridge Report. A. It laid the foundations for the modern welfare state. B. It introduced the national minimum wage. C. It established the National Health Service. D. It reformed the British education system. Answer. A. It laid the foundations for the modern welfare state. The Beveridge Report, published in 1942, proposed widespread reforms to the social welfare system, which led to the establishment of the welfare state in the UK. Question 12. In which year did the United Kingdom first join the European Economic Community, now known as the European Union? A. 1957. B. 1963. C. 1973. D. 1981. Answer. C. 1973. The United Kingdom first joined the European Economic Community, now known as the European Union, in 1973. Question 13. Who are considered the founding fathers of the National Health Service, NHS? A. Winston Churchill and Clement Attlee. B. Aneurin Bevan and William Beveridge. C. Margaret Thatcher and Tony Blair. D. Harold Macmillan and Edward Heath. Answer. B. Aneurin Bevan and William Beveridge. Aneurin Bevan and William Beveridge are considered the founding fathers of the National Health Service, with Beveridge proposing the comprehensive health and social care system, and Bevan implementing the NHS in 1948. Question 14. What was the primary outcome of the Glorious Revolution of 1688? A. The establishment of parliamentary supremacy over the monarchy. B. The end of the Tudor dynasty. C. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution. D. The restoration of the Catholic Church. Answer. A. The establishment of parliamentary supremacy over the monarchy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 led to the deposition of James II and established parliamentary supremacy over the monarchy in Britain. Question 15. Which famous naval victory did Admiral Horatio Nelson win in 1805? A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of the Nile. D. The Battle of Dunkirk. Answer. A. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Horatio Nelson is most famous for his victory at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, which secured British naval supremacy. Question 16. What was the main effect of the Great Reform Act of 1832? A. It abolished slavery throughout the British Empire. B. It extended the right to vote to more men in Britain. C. It established the Church of England. D. It separated the powers of the courts and the Parliament. Answer. B. It extended the right to vote to more men in Britain. The Great Reform Act of 1832 reformed the electoral system by redistributing seats in the House of Commons and widening the electorate. Question 17. Who wrote the influential A Vindication of the Rights of Woman? A. Jane Austen. B. Mary Wollstonecraft. C. Virginia Woolf. D. Emmeline Pankhurst. Answer. B. Mary Wollstonecraft. Mary Wollstonecraft wrote A Vindication of the Rights of Woman in 1792, advocating for women's rights and education. Question 18. Name the series of laws that ended with the decriminalisation of acts between same-sex adults in England and Wales. A. The Equality Acts. B. The Civil Partnership Acts. C. The Sexual Offences Acts. D. The Human Rights Acts. Answer. C. The Sexual Offences Acts. The Sexual Offences Act of 1967 decriminalised homosexual acts in private between consenting adults in England and Wales. Question 19. What battle during World War II was crucial for maintaining British control of the skies? A. The Battle of Britain. B. The Battle of the Bulge. C. The Battle of Dunkirk. D. The Battle of Berlin. Answer. A. The Battle of Britain. The Battle of Britain in 1940 was crucial for maintaining British control of the skies and preventing a German invasion. Question 20. During which king's reign did both the English Civil War and the execution of a monarch occur? A. King Charles I. B. King Henry VIII. C. King James I. D. King Edward VI. Answer. A. King Charles I. King Charles I's reign saw both the English Civil War and his subsequent execution in 1649, marking a significant period in British history. Question 21. What 19th-century invention by a Scottish inventor changed communication forever? A. The telephone. B. The steam engine. C. The television. D. The telegraph. Answer. A. The telephone. Alexander Graham Bell, a Scottish-born inventor, is credited with inventing the first practical telephone, revolutionizing communication worldwide. Question 22. Who was the longest-reigning monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Henry VIII. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. Before Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Victoria was the longest-reigning British monarch, serving from 1837 to 1901. Question 23. What is the principle of habeas corpus? A. The right to a fair trial. B. The right to vote. C. The right to be free from unlawful detention. D. The right to bear arms. Answer. C. The right to be free from unlawful detention. The principle of habeas corpus is a legal procedure that protects against unlawful and arbitrary detention. Question 24. What British scientist is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? A. Charles Babbage. B. Isaac Newton. C. Tim Berners-Lee. D. Alexander Fleming. Answer. C. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist, invented the World Wide Web in 1989, significantly impacting how information is accessed and shared globally. Question 25. In what year did women in the UK gain the right to vote at the same age as men? A. 1928. B. 1918. C. 1945. D. 1965. Answer. A. 1928. Women in the UK gained the right to vote at the same age as men in 1928, when the voting age for women was lowered to 21, the same as men. Question 26. What was the primary reason for the English Bill of Rights? A. To declare independence from France. B. To establish a constitutional monarchy. C. To expand the British Empire. D. To reform labour laws. Answer B. To establish a constitutional monarchy. The English Bill of Rights, enacted in 1689, was designed to establish a constitutional monarchy and limit the powers of the king, while expanding the rights of the Parliament. Question 27. Name the 1707 agreement that formed the United Kingdom of Great Britain. A. The Magna Carta. B. The Acts of Union. C. The Treaty of Paris. D. The Commonwealth Charter. Answer B. The Acts of Union. The Acts of Union in 1707 united the kingdoms of England and Scotland under the name of Great Britain. Question 28. What catastrophic event in 1666 led to the reconstruction of large parts of London? A. The London Plague. B. The Great Fire of London. C. The English Civil War. D. The Battle of London. Answer B. The Great Fire of London. The Great Fire of London in 1666 devastated the city, leading to the extensive rebuilding of more than 13,000 houses and many public buildings. Question 29. Who was the leader of the suffragettes in the UK? A. Queen Victoria. B. Emmeline Pankhurst. C. Florence Nightingale. D. Mary Wollstonecraft. Answer B. Emmeline Pankhurst. Emmeline Pankhurst was a prominent leader of the British suffragette movement, which campaigned for women's right to vote. Question 30. What significant legal and social movement did the Stonewall riots of 1969 in the USA inspire in the UK? A. The Civil Rights Movement. B. The Women's Liberation Movement. C. The Gay Rights Movement. D. The Workers' Rights Movement. Answer C. The Gay Rights Movement. The Stonewall riots of 1969 in the USA are often credited with inspiring the modern gay rights movement, which has significant legal and social impacts in the UK as well. Question 31. How did the Industrial Revolution alter the structure of British society? A. It decreased urbanization. B. It reduced the agricultural workforce. C. It led to significant urbanization and growth of the middle class. D. It increased reliance on agricultural production. Answer C. It led to significant urbanization and growth of the middle class. The Industrial Revolution resulted in massive changes in society, including a shift from rural to urban living and the emergence of a new middle class. Question 32. What key battle in 1314 was a turning point for Scottish independence from England? A. The Battle of Agincourt. B. The Battle of Stirling Bridge. C. The Battle of Bannockburn. D. The Battle of Falkirk. Answer C. The Battle of Bannockburn. The Battle of Bannockburn in 1314 was a significant Scottish victory during the First War of Scottish Independence against England. Question 33. Who was the first monarch of the House of Windsor? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. King George V. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer C. King George V. King George V was the first monarch of the House of Windsor, rebranding the royal house from the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha in 1917 due to anti-German sentiment during World War II. Question 34. What crucial role did Winston Churchill play apart from being Prime Minister? A. He was a noted historian. B. He served as the King's personal advisor. C. He was a Nobel Prize-winning author. He. Both A and C. Answer: D. Both A and C. Apart from being Prime Minister, Winston Churchill was also a noted historian and a Nobel Prize-winning author, recognized for his writings on historical and world affairs. Question 35. What is the significance of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998? A. It ended the Troubles in Northern Ireland by establishing devolved government. B. It declared Ireland as a republic. C. It joined Ireland and Northern Ireland politically. D. It ended the economic sanctions against Ireland. Answer: A. It ended the Troubles in Northern Ireland by establishing devolved government. The Good Friday Agreement was a major political development that helped to end decades of conflict known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Question 36. Who was the reigning monarch during the Union of England and Scotland in 1707? A. Queen Anne. B. King James I. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Charles II. Answer: A. Queen Anne. Queen Anne was the reigning monarch at the time of the Acts of Union in 1707, which united England and Scotland under the name of Great Britain. Question 37. What is the purpose of the Commonwealth of Nations? A. To manage colonial territories. B. To foster international cooperation and economic agreements among former British Empire territories. C. To create a new empire. D. To oppose the United Nations. Answer: B. To foster international cooperation and economic agreements among former British Empire territories. The Commonwealth of Nations is a political association of mostly former British Empire territories that aims to foster international cooperation and development. Question 38. Name the 19th century law that attempted to make voting more fair and eliminate rotten boroughs. A. The Reform Act of 1832. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Representation of the People Act. D. The Voting Rights Act. Answer: A. The Reform Act of 1832. The Reform Act of 1832, also known as the Great Reform Act, was aimed at making the electoral system more fair, addressing issues such as rotten boroughs, where elections were easily manipulated. Question 39. What historic ship, launched in 1820, is preserved as a museum ship in London? A. HMS Victory. B. HMS Belfast. C. HMS Beagle. D. HMS Endeavour. Answer: B. HMS Belfast. HMS Belfast, launched in 1938 and actively used during World War II, is preserved as a museum ship on the River Thames in London. Question 40. What was the primary focus of the social reform movement in 19th century Britain? A. To promote military expansion. B. To address social inequalities and improve living conditions. C. To reinforce the class system. D. To privatize public industries. Answer: B. To address social inequalities and improve living conditions. The social reform movement in 19th century Britain focused on addressing widespread social inequalities and improving living and working conditions for the poorer classes. Question 41. Who is the longest-serving current member of the British Parliament, often called the Father of the House? A. Jeremy Corbyn. B. Ken Clarke. C. John Major. D. Peter Bottomley. Answer: D. Peter Bottomley. Peter Bottomley is known as the Father of the House, a title given to the longest continuously serving member of the Parliament. Question 42. What legislation introduced by Margaret Thatcher significantly changed the housing market in the UK? A. The Right to Buy scheme. B. The Fair Housing Act. C. The Rent Control Act. D. The Home Ownership Act. Answer. A. The Right to Buy scheme. Introduced by Margaret Thatcher, the Right to Buy scheme allowed council housing tenants to purchase their homes at a discount, significantly impacting the UK housing market. Question 43. What was the main impact of the Enclosure Acts on rural communities? A. Increased communal farming. B. Reduced agricultural productivity. C. Consolidation of land and the end of common rights. D. Expansion of urban areas. Answer. C. Consolidation of land and the end of common rights. The Enclosure Acts had a profound impact on rural communities by consolidating land into the hands of fewer owners and ending traditional common rights, leading to significant social changes. Question 44. Who is credited with discovering penicillin? A. Marie Curie. B. Alexander Fleming. C. Louis Pasteur. D. Watson and Crick. Answer. B. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming is credited with the discovery of penicillin in 1928, which marked the beginning of modern antibiotics. Question 45. What early 20th century conflict led to significant Irish independence from Britain? A. The Boer War. B. The Easter Rising. C. The Spanish Civil War. D. World War II. Answer. B. The Easter Rising. The Easter Rising in 1916 was a pivotal event in Irish history, leading to significant movements toward Irish independence from British rule. Question 46. Describe the UK's legislative change in response to climate change in the early 21st century. A. The Kyoto Protocol implementation. B. The Paris Agreement ratification. C. The Climate Change Act of 2008. D. The Green New Deal. Answer. C. The Climate Change Act of 2008. The UK's Climate Change Act of 2008 was a significant legislative response to climate change, setting legally binding targets to reduce carbon emissions. Question 47. What was the purpose behind the formation of the League of Nations, and what was Britain's role? A. To prevent another global conflict, and Britain was a founding member. B. To oversee colonial redistributions with Britain as a beneficiary. C. To promote global trade with Britain leading the economic policies. D. To establish a new world currency managed by Britain. Answer. A. To prevent another global conflict, and Britain was a founding member. The League of Nations was formed to prevent another global conflict, and Britain played a significant role as a founding member. Question 48. What agreement ended the American War of Independence, in which Britain recognized American independence? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of London. D. The Treaty of Westminster. Answer. A. The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1783, formally ended the American War of Independence and recognized the independence of the United States. Question 49. Who was the first Briton to orbit the Earth? A. Tim Peake. B. Helen Sharman. C. Michael Foale. D. Richard Branson. Answer. B. Helen Sharman. Helen Sharman became the first Briton to orbit the Earth when she flew to the Mir space station in 1991. Question 50. What major 20th century conflict was sparked by the invasion of the Falkland Islands? A. The Falklands War. B. The Gulf War. C. The Vietnam War. D. The Korean War. Answer. A. The Falklands War. The Falklands War, sparked by the Argentine invasion of the Falkland Islands in 1982, was a major 20th century conflict involving Britain. Question 51. What key law was passed in response to Britain's economic challenges in the 1970s? A. The British Economic Recovery Act. B. The Anti-Inflation Act. C. The Financial Services Act. D. The Industrial Relations Act. Answer. D. The Industrial Relations Act. Passed in the early 1970s, the Industrial Relations Act was a key piece of legislation aimed at addressing industrial relations and the economic challenges of that time. Question 52. What was the impact of the Iron Lady on British politics and society? A. Introduced progressive social policies. B. Led Britain through a period of economic liberalisation and political assertiveness. C. Focused on expanding the welfare state. D. Reduced the influence of the monarchy. Answer. B. Led Britain through a period of economic liberalisation and political assertiveness. Margaret Thatcher, known as the Iron Lady, had a profound impact on British politics and society with her policies of economic liberalisation and political assertiveness. Question 53. What was the primary significance of the Battle of Britain in 1940 for the UK? A. It was a significant defeat. B. It marked the start of British involvement in World War II Ireland. C. It was a crucial victory that maintained British control of the skies. D. It led to the British surrender. Answer. C. It was a crucial victory that maintained British control of the skies. The Battle of Britain in 1940 was significant as it was a crucial victory that prevented a German invasion and maintained British control of the skies. Question 54. Describe the changes the Education Reform Act of 1988 brought to the British educational system. A. Introduced comprehensive schools. B. Established the national curriculum. C. Phased out public schools. D. Abolished university tuition fees. Answer. B. Established the national curriculum. The Education Reform Act of 1988 was significant for establishing the national curriculum, which standardized educational content across schools in England and Wales. Question 55. What is Question Time and its importance in the UK political system? A. A television quiz show. B. A weekly session where MPs ask questions of the Prime Minister. C. A yearly meeting of the Cabinet. D. A ceremonial event in the House of Lords. Answer. B. A weekly session where MPs ask questions of the Prime Minister. Question Time is important in the UK political system as it provides MPs the opportunity to question the Prime Minister and other Cabinet Ministers on current issues, promoting transparency and accountability. Question 56. What event led to significant changes in UK immigration law in the post-World War II high era? A. The signing of the Schengen Agreement. B. The British Nationality Act of 1948. C. The formation of the European Union. D. The end of the British Empire. Answer. B. The British Nationality Act of 1948. This act led to significant changes in UK immigration law by allowing citizens of Commonwealth countries to settle in the UK, shaping the multicultural society of modern Britain. Question 57. Who was the first Archbishop of Canterbury? A. Thomas Becket. B. Augustine of Canterbury. C. George Carey. D. Rowan Williams. Answer: B. Augustine of Canterbury. Augustine of Canterbury, sent by Pope Gregory the Great in 597 AD, became the first Archbishop of Canterbury, establishing the English Church. Question 58. What was the primary objective of the British East India Company? A. To explore uncharted territories. B. To conduct scientific research. C. To trade spices and other goods. D. To colonize the Americas. Answer: C. To trade spices and other goods. The primary objective of the British East India Company was to carry out trade in spices and other valuable goods in the East Indies and India, which it did very successfully, becoming a major force in shaping British colonial policy. Question 59. What significant healthcare legislation was introduced in the UK in 1948? A. The Public Health Act. B. The National Health Service Act. C. The Health and Safety at Work Act. D. The Care Act. Answer: B. The National Health Service Act. Introduced in 1948, the National Health Service Act established the NHS, providing healthcare services funded by taxation to all UK citizens based on need, rather than the ability to pay. Question 60. What role did the UK play in the Treaty of Versailles? A. It was a minor participant. B. It was one of the principal architects. C. It opposed the treaty. D. It signed the treaty but with reservations. Answer: B. It was one of the principal architects. The UK played a significant role as one of the principal architects of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, which formally ended World War II and imposed various terms on Germany. Question 61. Who led the Great Exhibition of 1851? A. Queen Victoria. B. Prince Albert. C. Benjamin Disraeli. D. Charles Darwin. Answer: B. Prince Albert. Prince Albert, husband of Queen Victoria, was instrumental in organizing the Great Exhibition of 1851, which showcased modern industrial technology and design from around the world. Question 62. Describe the main focus of the UK's foreign policy during the Cold War. A. To expand the British Empire. B. To promote international trade. C. To prevent the spread of communism. D. To support decolonization. Answer: C. To prevent the spread of communism. During the Cold War, the main focus of the UK's foreign policy was to prevent the spread of communism, aligning closely with the United States and other Western nations. Question 63. What was the effect of the Corn Laws on British society? A. They lowered the price of bread. B. They led to widespread agricultural reform. C. They caused significant public unrest due to high food prices. D. They encouraged the import of cheap grain. Answer: C. They caused significant public unrest due to high food prices. The Corn Laws, which imposed restrictions on imported grain, led to high food prices and significant public unrest, culminating in their repeal in 1846. Question 64. Who is known for writing The Origin of Species, and what was its impact? A. Isaac Newton. B. Charles Darwin. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Albert Einstein. Answer: B. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin wrote On the Origin of Species in 1859, which introduced the scientific theory that populations evolve over generations through a process of natural selection. It profoundly changed the understanding of natural history. Question 65. What was the significance of the Chartist movement? A. It advocated for the abolition of the monarchy. B. It sought to introduce a republican form of government. C. It campaigned for electoral reforms, such as universal male suffrage. D. It pushed for the end of child labor. Answer: C. It campaigned for electoral reforms, such as universal male suffrage. The Chartist movement, which peaked in the 1830s and 1840s, was significant for its campaign for sweeping electoral reforms, including universal male suffrage and voting by secret ballot. Question 66. What crisis in 1956 marked a turning point in British foreign policy regarding colonialism? A. The Falklands War. B. The Suez Crisis. C. The Berlin Crisis. D. The Cuban Missile Crisis. Answer: B. The Suez Crisis. The Suez Crisis of 1956 was a major turning point in British foreign policy, illustrating the decline of Britain's imperial power and signalling a shift towards decolonisation. Question 67. What was the role of the Royal Air Force during World War II? A. It was primarily involved in naval operations. B. It provided ground support to the British Army. C. It played a crucial role in defending the UK and carrying out bombing campaigns in Europe. D. It was not significantly involved until the later years of the war. Answer: C. It played a crucial role in defending the UK and carrying out bombing campaigns in Europe. The Royal Air Force, RAF, was pivotal during World War II, notably during the Battle of Britain and in strategic bombing campaigns over Nazi-occupied Europe. Question 68. What British Prime Minister is associated with the welfare state? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Clement Attlee. D. Tony Blair. Answer: C. Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee, who served as Prime Minister after World War II, is closely associated with the development of the British welfare state, overseeing the creation of the NHS and the expansion of social welfare programs. Question 69. Who was responsible for granting India its independence, and in what year? A. Winston Churchill, 1945. B. Clement Attlee, 1947. C. Queen Elizabeth II, 1952. D. Harold Wilson, 1965. Answer: B. Clement Attlee, 1947. Prime Minister Clement Attlee was responsible for granting India independence from British rule in 1947, following a long campaign led by figures like Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru. Question 70. What is the significance of the 2012 London Olympics for the UK? A. It marked the first time the Olympics were hosted in London. B. It was boycotted by many countries. C. It was seen as a symbol of the UK's recovery from economic recession. D. It featured the introduction of new Olympic sports. Answer: C. It was seen as a symbol of the UK's recovery from economic recession. The 2012 London Olympics were significant as they not only showcased London on a global stage, but also symbolised the UK's recovery from the 2008 financial crisis, with widespread praise for the organisation and legacy projects. Question 71. What major political and economic union did the UK vote to leave in 2016? A. The United Nations. B. The European Union. C. NATO. D. The Commonwealth. Answer: B. The European Union. In a 2016 referendum, the UK voted to leave the European Union, a decision commonly referred to as Brexit. Question 72. Who was the first female Speaker of the House of Commons? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Betty Boothroyd. C. Harriet Harman. D. Theresa May. Answer: B. Betty Boothroyd. Betty Boothroyd served as the first female Speaker of the House of Commons from 1992 to 2000, known for her strong leadership and reformative approach to the role. Question 73. What significant act in 1967 began the process of decriminalising homosexuality in the UK? A. The Equality Act. B. The Human Rights Act. C. The Sexual Offences Act. D. The Civil Partnership Act. Answer: C. The Sexual Offences Act. The Sexual Offences Act of 1967 was a landmark law that began the process of decriminalising homosexual acts between consenting adults in private in England and Wales. Question 74. What famous British scientist contributed significantly to the understanding of black holes? A. Stephen Hawking. B. Isaac Newton. C. Charles Darwin. D. Michael Faraday. Answer: A. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking made significant contributions to the understanding of black holes and cosmology, becoming one of the most famous scientists in his field. Question 75. What international humanitarian organization was founded in Britain in 1863? A. The Red Cross. B. Doctors Without Borders. C. The Salvation Army. D. United Nations. Answer: C. The Salvation Army. Founded in 1865 by William and Catherine Booth in London, the Salvation Army was established to meet the needs of the impoverished and destitute, providing a range of charitable services. Question 76. Describe the impact of the miners' strikes in the 1980s. A. They led to significant advancements in workers' rights. B. They resulted in the nationalization of the mining industry. C. They marked a major conflict between the government and trade unions. D. They improved safety standards in mines. Answer: C. They marked a major conflict between the government and trade unions. The miners' strikes in the 1980s were a significant industrial action, marking a major conflict between Margaret Thatcher's government and the National Union of Mine Workers, highlighting the government's move to reduce the power of trade unions. Question 77. What legislation is known for formally incorporating European Union law into British law? A. The European Communities Act 1972. B. The Brexit Act 2016. C. The Maastricht Treaty. D. The Lisbon Treaty. Answer: A. The European Communities Act 1972. This act was crucial for incorporating European Union law into UK law, marking the beginning of a new era of legal and political relationship with Europe until Brexit. Question 78. Who was known as the People's Princess? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. Princess Margaret. C. Princess Anne. D. Princess Diana. Answer: D. Princess Diana. Diana, Princess of Wales, was often referred to as the People's Princess due to her widespread popularity and humanitarian efforts across the globe. Question 79. What is the primary legal system in England and Wales called? A. Civil law. B. Common law. C. Statutory law. D. Constitutional law. Answer B. Common law. The primary legal system in England and Wales is known as common law, which is based on court judgments and precedents rather than written codes. Question 80. What financial crisis in 2008 had a significant impact on the UK economy? A. The dot-com bubble burst. B. The global financial crisis. C. The European debt crisis. D. The Asian financial crisis. Answer B. The global financial crisis. The global financial crisis of 2008 had a profound impact on the UK economy, leading to significant financial instability and economic downturns.